There we go. Wake them up, wake them up. It's Wednesday. Wake them up, wake them up. It's Wednesday. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Coach Eb, your favorite wake up coach. Y'all know what it is. Every single Wednesday, we come right here on this platform over here on YouTube for my YouTube series here on my Powercast. Yes, we made an upgrade. It was called a podcast. Now it's called the Powercast because we have somebody over here special sitting in this power seat. Every Wednesday, we come into you with another pain into power story. This Wednesday, I have another cousin brother of mine because I told y'all for the month of February, it's Black History Month. So I'm coming for the Black men in my family. They are speaking up, speaking out, talking about how they had something negative and turned it into a positive. Today, I have Mr. Jerry Weston here with us. Jerry, my cousin Jay, go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's up, good people? My name is Jerry Weston. I'm a collision instructor for high school, and I just currently started teaching night classes for adults at a college.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I thank you so much for joining us on this evening. So glad you can be here with us. So glad that you told us yes, and so glad that you said that you would speak up and tell us about your success story. So let us know, talk to us about a time where you had a negative situation, a burden, something that was on you, and you took that pain and you turned it into power. The floor is yours.
All right, so coming up, I worked a lot of temporary positions. So I got into General Motors, and I felt like I made it. Like, yeah, we here. Started making plans for my future or whatever, and then after about 8 months, I ended up getting laid off as a temp, and I just kind of got devastated. And I was like, I feel like I had to start over. So, I kind of messed around doing with cars at that point. I was still doing brakes, still doing tune-ups, that kind of stuff. And then I ended up getting back into General Motors, and I'm like, all right, I'm in here now. The income is good, but the potential to stay here ain't guaranteed. So I need to come up with something I can do that's going to make sure I'm straight if I ever got let go again. So that's when I started getting into painting. So I ended up meeting somebody that worked there, and we opened a shop together. So, I'm there at the shop. That was going well. That was looking up, and then it started getting to the point to where business was slow, but the bills were still coming in. So then it's like, all right, either I need to take a step back or I need to make some changes. So at that point, that's when I started working in the dealership. I started taking classes at how to get better for painting and doing collision repair. And then it got to the point to where things were back picking up. And then I started training people because I needed help. So if I can train entrepreneurs that want to do something, maybe I can start passing this on to kids. So at that point, that's when I started looking for teaching gigs. And, I started off as an assistant on the automotive side, teaching them how to do brakes, struts, that kind of stuff. But during that point, COVID hit, and the teacher that was teaching collision was a little older. So he kind of ran away from the school situation because you're dealing with 60 kids plus the other kids that's all around the school. So, he didn't want to risk it. And that's when COVID was real scary. So after he retired, they pulled me up into his position. And, after about 3 years, now I'm at the college level as well. So I felt like that setback kind of pushed me to a position to where I want to always make sure I'm good, and picking up those skills along the way got me to where I'm at now.
That's what's up. I didn't know that. That's what's up. That's dope. Um, you got a whole promotion to go from where you said that you were a temp at GM and you got laid off after I believe you said 8 months,
Yep.
and you had already dibbled and dabbled with doing working with cars and working on cars.
Yep.
So you were very intentional on taking classes to, you know what, let me put a little bit more underneath my belt because I know what happened last time I was here. I'm back. And just in case, I need to make sure I got something tucked away in my back pocket to be able to, the bills ain't stopped, like you said, right?
For
Bills
sure.
ain't stopped. That's what's up. So what made you decide to go full in into getting into painting cars?
I started doing it because, like I said, I needed to find something to keep the money going. But my dad put tools in my hand when I was real little. He always messed around with cars. He still tell me about stories where I used to be hitting the cars with the tools and stuff like that. But I didn't really notice the knowledge that I had until one of my friends called me, asked me what I was doing. I told him I was changing a tail light on my car. He was like, "You know how to do that?" I'm like, yeah. Like, you don't know how to do that? He's like, no. I'm like, all right, pull up. So, I started doing stuff like that. I always had a little knack for messing around with cars. So once it got to the point to where I can start painting cars, I tried it out and I just liked it. So it just like was a spark to make me want to keep looking into it. So the deeper I got into the education, the more I wanted to keep doing it. So yeah, I teach it now, but I still want to do it too. So that's why I still got my business on the side.
That's dope. And what is the name of your business?
Jay's Mobile Collision.
James Mobile Collision. That's what's up.
Yep.
So from you painting cars, because you know Jay the sprayer, the coldest when it come to painting. Where has that painting taken you?
Man, it put me in rooms I never would see myself in before. Because, I would always go to different car shows and stuff like that. But I was always on the customer side of it. Like, I'm paying for my tickets to come in here and look at other people's cars. But after actually getting a skill to do a car well enough to put in shows, now I'm in a situation where I'm taking people value from a $15,000 car up to $30,000. We had a car that was a truck that was donated to the school we working at. We ended up putting that into Autorama in Detroit, which is one of the biggest shows in Detroit, one of the biggest shows in the United States. That's actually coming up February 28th. We'll be back out there again. But put me on that side of it. So now I'm taking cars to shows. And, it's a good feeling for people to come in and ask you about the work that you put in. Because people, when they see cars, they think, you just pour paint out and then it wind up on the car. But it's actually a lot of work behind the scenes that go into it. So to be able to talk about it, I love it.
That's what's up. So it done got you into some rooms that to be on the other side of things that you probably didn't expect that was gonna happen.
Hmm.
That's dope. So have you with your teaching, where has you teaching now? Because you said now that you're at the college level now, so now you're teaching college classes.
Yep, teaching college classes now at Oakland Community College. So I'm teaching. There are some early college students that are in high school, but they're taking college classes. But I also have adults in my class. So you're going from, kids who just got dropped off from their mom to students that are, they're physical therapist assistants, they're truck drivers, they're people that actually have real careers, but they're looking into a pivot into something else. So it makes me put a lot of effort into it because you got a lot of people expecting to get something out of it because they're making career changes where they already invested money and it didn't work out for them, so they're looking for that spark. So I kind of feel like they're at that point I was at when I was at General Motors for the second time, trying to find something to get myself rolling.
That's dope. That's what's up. So when you were promoted and you took over that position of the guy you were working with, is that when you were went to the college level, or was that like what level was
Nope.
that?
That was the high school level. I was teaching 11th and 12th graders at that point, but I was teaching in someone else's class at first. So I was an assistant, and then it turned into me taking over someone else's program and then putting my spin on it to making it work for me. So, like before me, they weren't taking trucks to a car show, and when I asked to put the truck in the show, they told me no because it was never done before. But that wasn't a good enough answer for me. So, I had to dig a little deeper, and it ended up working. I took some students to Skills USA competitions, and my class was the first class to actually first place in automotive refinishing. So on that side, I just started making changes and try to push the program forward, and we're still doing the same thing.
So what I hear you saying is you out here laying down a foundation that has never been laid down before
Yep,
where you're working and what you're doing,
yep,
and
for
you
sure.
breaking barriers
Yep,
and going to competitions, not just going to a competition, but you said y'all won what?
first place in automotive
Well,
refinishing.
in first place in automotive and finishing. That's great. Congratulations on that. That's what's up.
Appreciate
So,
that.
well, you're welcome. You're welcome. So, what would you say to that person that is like, okay, I gotta figure something out. Like, you know, I went, like you said, for example, you went to GM the first time, and then when you went the second time, he was like, yeah, this is not 100% guaranteed. I need to go do something. What would you say to that person that doesn't exactly know what to do next to go do something else? What advice would you give them as far as like motivation and encouragement?
I would definitely say keep talking to people. And if you're not coming across something that's not sparking your interest, that's making you want to do something that you enjoy, talk to somebody else. And always keep your glass half full, because even me, as a high school instructor, college instructor, I still leave room for people to pour into me with information. I don't act like I know it all. So I always come in, even if it's something I know, I take it in anyway, because I may shut them down from telling me that, and they may not want to tell me something else that may change my life. So I always take in good information. So as long as you keep your glass half full, you'll always have room to receive the information that might change your life.
That's what's up. That's good. Thank you for that advice. That is so good. What made you decide that you wanted to, you feel like, you know what, maybe I can teach this to kids?
So it was just, I was working in a dealership, and the hours started getting low, and I'm like, man, this ain't finna work either. I can't keep coming in here, and then it's like I'm gonna here for a couple hours, then I'm out the door, or don't come in tomorrow, or can you stay a little later? It was just inconsistent with the hours. So I was just scrolling on Indeed, and I ended up seeing it. But like I said, when people would always ask me questions about stuff, and the stuff that I knew was like rare knowledge, I guess, because people would be asking like, what kind of paint am I using? What's my technique to prep my panels? How do I do this? How do I do that? So that's what sparked it into, okay, well, maybe I can teach it. So I'm on Indeed and I'm looking for jobs. And when I came across the assistant position, I'm like, okay, let me try this out. So after my first year doing that, I'm like, okay, I definitely could do this. So now I'm trying to learn as much as I can, because this is like the mechanic side, and I feel like painting was more my thing. But even though I'm in the mechanic side, I'm still gonna take in as much as I can, because the guy that I'm learning from, really great teacher, and I still apply some of the techniques that he was doing in the classroom till this day. But that's that keeping your glass half full thing I was telling you about. But that's what really got me into it, trying it out for that first time, and I enjoyed it. So after 2 years, that's when I ended up getting promoted after that.
That's cool. That's what's up. So, what is something that was hard for you, other than saying, okay, I need to find something else? So during the transition of teaching kids, you were doing it for high schoolers, and then you transitioned over to doing college. What's something internally that was hard for you to be like, okay, I'm going from here to here? What's something that was difficult in that transition?
So while doing that, you have students that have IEPs and 504s, or special needs type students, but they are obligated to learn as well. So you have to adjust the curriculum to where they can digest it. But I'm the type of person where I'm gonna read it to you, I'm gonna play a video for you, I'm gonna let you do it, I'm gonna let you look it up. So I'm gonna just try to introduce it to you multiple ways until you get it. So the standard is the standard, but at the same time, you got to kind of meet them where they at. They may not be a great painter, may not be a great person with body work, but they may wash cars really well. So that's when we start locking in on, okay, let's teach you how to detail cars better. So the plan is to do job or some type of skill to take with you when you get out of here. So that was a challenge that I started off with, but now it's a lot easier. I just understand how to do it now.
That's dope. That's what's up. That's good. Let me see. Hold on. Okay. Do you have anything that you would like to give as far as advice, as far as a nugget, as far as during this entire process that you went through? What stuck with you that kept you going? Other than like we know the typical, the bills keep coming in, so I got to do something. What is it that you kept, whether it's in the front of your mind or the back of your mind, that as motivation to keep you going, to keep you on the straight and narrow to be where you are today?
Setting goals. Because the goals is what keep you moving forward. Because if you just going day by day, you working Monday through Friday, and then you starting it over next week, nothing to look forward to. It's like grueling grunt work is how it'll feel. But when you actually have a goal, it's like I'm doing this now. Eventually I'll be at the college level, or eventually I'll get my master technician status, or have some type of goal set to where once you achieve it, you get that mini boost that makes you want to keep going. So once I start seeing my students come in as juniors, they come back as seniors, and then I see them graduate. Like I have a student now that's getting ready to make six figures. So I taught him in high school. He's actually in my college class. And the job that I had him placed at in high school, he's still there. And once he gets his degree, he'll be making over six figures. So when I hear those kind of stories, that's just another little boost that make me want to keep going and keep helping people's lives as well as my own.
That is dope. That is dope. That definitely is a testament to say how impactful what you did, what you did and what you are doing is. And that is a great success story to help back up everything that you've done and how you've stayed focused on moving from where you were to where you are now, which means that's going to even open more doors for you. And something that you said that I really loved is that you said that it was difficult and how you had like special needs because you had to adjust things. You still had to teach, the curriculum is still the same, but now I have to teach it I have to tweak it and teach it in a different way so somebody else can be able to understand it. So that's dope of you to be able to do that and still get the curriculum across, teach them and have them to fully understand and be able to do what it is that you just taught them how to do. That's dope, and that's much respect to you for that, because that can be difficult and that can take some time. So much respect to you for that. Do you have any closing words, anything else that you want to drop, any knowledge you want to drop on us to keep us going, to keep us on our toes and keep us moving forward?
I would say, don't ever let no one tell you something that you can't do, because people would always make suggestions that it may not be the best idea to try to open a shop or run a business, but sometimes it be people that never actually done it before. So you got to try it, and you can hit your head a couple times. You gonna hit your head a couple times. I've been there, but you just got to get back up and keep pushing, and keep making it work for you. And the things that don't gatekeep that. Like keep helping people, because eventually that goodness that you dishing out, it's gonna come back to you tenfold. So if you don't do nothing else, try to help somebody else.
Y'all heard the man. Quit gatekeeping, okay? There's
Please.
somebody out here that's watching right now. You're gatekeeping, and he just called you out, and you ain't even know he was gonna say that. But yeah, stop that. Jerry J, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yes, I thank you for joining us and telling us your story about how you turned your pain into power. You went from working for somebody else to still working for somebody else, but you started your own business in the process, and you still have that business going. And it's so, and listening to you, it sounds so rewarding, because now you have someone that's about to graduate and they're going to be making six figures. Like, that's huge. That's huge. And that shows the type of person that you are, the type of drive that you have, and how you are an impactful person. So don't ever think that you're not impactful, because you are. You have already made an impact. And I know you're gonna keep making that impact anyway. So that's
For
just
sure.
what it is. So I thank you. I thank you so much for saying yes and joining us on tonight. Listen, y'all, this has been amazing. Up until next Wednesday, I'm going to have another brother cousin of mine that's going to come and grace us on the stage in the power seat and going to talk to us about how they turn their pain into power. Y'all know what it is. Up until next Wednesday, I holla. Y'all have a good night. And if you just not catching this, go back and catch this replay. Go back and see this from the beginning, okay? And while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe. Share this out to somebody, and go ahead and hit the notification bell so you know the next time we on here, you ain't gonna miss us. Okay. All right. Y'all have a good night. Bye.
Peace.
How was that?